I will say that the government is not doing what it's supposed to do. They've done something, but by now we have the military that's supposed to be there before action is taken by Boko Haram people. These people are supposed to spread themselves everywhere. But you will find out that the government will take action after the deed had been done. So it's not acceptable to Nigerians. I know for sure that if it's the children of politicians or children of the federal government officials that are kidnapped, you will see action will be taken more than what they are doing now. But what I'm suggesting to the government is that they have to be highly proactive than waiting for fire service approach in order to take action. I think it's going to save us a lot.
It pains me to realize that we are still backward in this country after all the things we've gone through. It's so sad that everybody wants to come back and lead in the country, but there's still a problem. What's Buhari doing? Boko Haram is still kidnapping 90-something students from a particular school, and he's still there calling himself a president. Please, if that guy should resign. Somebody should advise him. I mean, we have other presidents. Look at South Africa today. They are a living example. Their party notices a particular thing. And what happened to the party advised him to resign. So what is he doing? If he cannot lead us, he should just leave. Must it be him? We are suffering because of, a lot of children are suffering. Okay, let's even leave the Boko Haram aside. Do you understand? Let's go into the streets today. You find out that lots and lots of children from one disease or the other, they're in the hospital. The parents cannot even afford to pay. There are lots and lots of things that guy is supposed to come up with.
Well, the government should intensify their efforts so that they can cope the menace of the Boko Haram. I know it's not easy. Terrorism is not a Nigerian affair, it's worldwide. I mean, it's a universal something, but they should intensify their efforts.
If Sambisa Forest, for example, is as big as the whole Lagos, let all the military in the cantonment move to that Sambisa Forest. I think within 1 week we will get this Shakao that used to be today. We hear of Shakao has been killed. Tomorrow, you surface again. The military can fetch him. If they can go to east, where Nnamdi Kanu doesn't have any gun or machete, have been voicing out. When I say voicing out, I don't think they have anything like catapult, not to talk of. But Python danced in the east and killed many innocent Nigerians. What is in this forest? What is this Sambisa Forest that the military cannot, even if it is as big as Lagos? I don't think I'm happy to discuss this. Because these 94 people abducted yesterday, be today. I had it this morning. I don't know. They need to tell us the truth. Federal government need to tell us the truth. I work with Nigerian Army. And I have a little idea about the show of Boko Haram, how they are being sponsored, how Nigeria will release money to people that they know. I have many friends that are fighting Boko Haram up to now. Most of them want to come back. Because some of Nigeria people are sponsoring Boko Haram. I remember there was a time one soldier was telling me that if they go out for operation now, where they pass when they are going out, coming back now, it's Boko Haram there. Who told them that they passed there? So this is that government have to take a good look at it. Sit down very well, not what they rush to. Sit down very well, look at those top people there. Sit down, the dialogue, okay, what can we do to stop this? And again, the people like the army now, they are trying to stop, but sometimes what government will give them will not reach them. Them they are fighting now. What government will lead to them will not reach them. People there before, people that will hand it before them, before they will give to them, they will just give them peanuts. And now when they are giving peanuts, what will you do?
Actually, as you see what is happening in the country, the president did not take action on it. If to say Mr. President take action on the things that is happening in this country, all this terrorism, it will be, everything will be sorted down. All this is happening for about, let's say, 8 years now. Let's say a former president have tried his best, but he's an experienced president, but he's just doing it the way that people, satisfy, but they have been accusing him now. they have cried for Mr. President Buhari that he's the one that will wipe up tears of the people of this country. Up to now, the thing is going worse than. Even another terrorism have starting their own Fulani. Axemen are killing people. Like on my village, even me, it happened on my village in Adamawa State, Numa local government. They killed a lot of people. And in that time that is happening, the army where army are is very close. Let's say 15 era, we take you there. But they did not allow army. They quickly deploy them back to their headquarters. That very day that the situation is happening, they call them that they have emergency meeting. All these things that is happening, I will tell you that government is aware of it because they are playing politics with our lives. That is what is happening now in the country.
If you are talking about the issue of Boko Haram, the solution is that all the people that we have in top, all our leaders, concerning the president and the vice, or the Senate and the representative for the House of Representatives, if they can assist us, we need more security because we don't have enough security in Nigeria. If we have enough security in Nigeria, such a thing will not happen.
It is very bad for Boko Haram to kidnap children. But my own advice to the government is that they should create state police. State police can go into every interior of every part of every corner. And if there is any crime going on in any corner, they can easily get it and capture it and put it into order. I think that's what I can suggest.
It's lack of insecurity. If there's a tight security in that school, such a thing will not happen. Where we have security men, we have Navy, we have Air Force, we have Army, we have Mopo, we have ordinary police. Then they should deploy enough security into that school to save the life of the children. We have enough police. If they do it in the right way, you will know that we have enough police. If they can deploy by 5 policemen to guide one VIP, very important person, 5 police guiding 1 person, why can't we have about 50 guiding a school? My advice is that the government should set up their security system to take care of the common people.
Boko Haram issue, I think that let government put more effort about some schools and some big industries in North. So what things is happening now about kidnapping to those girls where they kidnapped for Yobe State yesterday? I think for me, let government put more effort about all those things that happening in North.
They should just mobilize more soldiers, you understand? Because what we heard is of recent, they've captured most of the areas. And we understand that the Boko Haram, they are in shortage of food and water. So I think they are going to the school to go and kidnap people. They are just using that medium to get food. But as the issue of countering Boko Haram, yes, I believe Boko Haram has been countered. You understand? Because we stay very close to the military. So they've been countered. But for them to go out to that very environment that you're talking of, they are looking for something to survive on. They are looking for food. And I'm telling you something, the man called Shekau himself, he's under pressure now. Shekau is under pressure. His boys, they are complaining. Most of our soldiers are coming out and they are telling us what's going on there. So the issue of Boko Haram, Nigerian government will just put a bit more pressure on them, you understand? Destabilize all the food channels, counter them, bring an end to these insurgents and everything will move normal. Just look at the way people are suffering in the country. It's just a regional problem now, but I believe they can solve the problem. With our military, let's talk of air support, ground support, you understand? They should support them. And if they support them, I believe this thing will come to an end. You and I will be very, very happy. And Nigeria will be a place to write something about it. Yeah.
2014, I'm looking for the cassette. I told Nigerians, Jonathan in particular, that he cannot defeat Boko Haram. I am a prophet. I am the President Christian Muslim Peace Advocates and Enlightenment Initiative. Because of the crime nature of this country, that Boko Haram is a cause. Boko Haram is a reaction from God. You know, when God wants to punish people, he can use any method. Nigeria is religiously religious. We have the highest number of churches and mosques in the whole world, and yet we are corrupt. So God is angry actually. There's no way we can defeat Boko Haram, but it's unfortunate people are dying there. What God wants from us now, these two religious groups, Christianity and Islam, to come and tell themselves the truth. You understand? The Almighty himself is one, is not two. And all the prophets came out of Israel, apart from Muhammad, that came from the Arab. And God spoke one thing. He said, if you return to me, I'll return to you. And he is ready when we are, according to the book of Zechariah chapter 1, verse 3. So unless and until Nigerians come to worship God in truth and spirit,